The morning was quiet, the kind of calm that settles over Cedar Grove Estates just outside Boise, Idaho. I was sipping coffee, savoring the stillness, when my daughter Lily's scream shattered the air. I ran outside, heart pounding, to find her cradling Scout, her service dog, bloodied and limp. 3 men in red windbreakers loomed over them, one clutching a bloody baton, while Lorraine Baxter, the HA's iron-fisted leader, watched from across the street, her smile cold as stone. This wasn't just an attack on a dog, it was a declaration of war. I'm Nate Carver, a retired Navy SEAL, and I swore then to tear Lorraine's empire down, brick by crooked brick, to protect my daughter and her lifeline. Cedar Grove was supposed to be our haven. After years of watching Lily, my 10-year-old, fight nightmares, we built a home that felt like a fortress. Scout, her Belgian Malinois, wasn't just a pet, he was her shield, trained to sense her panic and keep her steady. Our golden retriever, Rusty, completed the family. But the Pineview HOA, led by Lorraine, was a machine that crushed anything out of line. Fines for untrimmed hedges, loud kids, or, in our case, Scout's occasional bark. We kept his service papers filed, but Lorraine's clipboard was her gavel, and she'd already grumbled about him. That morning, her goons crossed a line, and I saw red, not rage, but the focus of a seal locking onto a target. Lily's scream still echoes in my mind. I found her in the yard, Scout bleeding from a gash on his paw, his side bruised but not broken. The 3 men from Red Mark Security, Lorraine's private muscle, stood over them. One barked at me to step back, but I knelt by Scout, locking eyes with the baton wielder. "You hit my kid's dog," I said, voice low. Lorraine stepped closer, her voice dripping with false concern. "He lunged, Nate. We're protecting the community." I stood, slow and deliberate. "You're on my lawn, Lorraine. Get out, or we test whose training holds." Lily's sobs cut deeper than any threat, and I knew this was no accident. It was a calculated move. Lorraine's game wasn't about safety, it was a land grab. She ran the HOA as a front to pressure families into selling cheap for Pineview Heights, a developer's project she'd profit from while her lawyer husband, Victor, eyed a city council seat. Scout, Lily's lifeline, was her leverage to break us. I called Ellen Harper, a retired ATF agent next door, who slipped me a USB-labeled Pineview Dirt, HOA emails and contracts tying Lorraine to Redmark. My door-cam footage showed her goons storming my yard, Scout barking once, no lunge, just a baton swinging. Lorraine's notice came next, taped to my mailbox, dangerous animal violation. 48-hour compliance or seizure. Lily found it, her hands shaking. "They'll take him, Dad," she whispered. I hugged her tight. "Not while I'm breathing." Lorraine's HOA post went viral in the neighborhood group, painting Scout as a menace. Neighbors chimed in. "That dog's scary. My kids can't play." It wasn't a dispute, it was a lynching. Ellen, bourbon-laced coffee in hand, leaned in. "She's rigging the board, Nate. Hit her where it hurts, her wallet." The USB revealed Lorraine's real play, funneling HOA dues to Redmark, a shell company she owned, skimming thousands while marking homes like ours for noncompliance to force sales. Emails showed her planning to reclassify Scout's bark as aggression, and a video had her with a developer, circling our lot, "Clear this one, and the block's ours." She'd hurt my kid for a payout, and my blood boiled. The HOA hearing was a packed clubhouse, Lorraine at the helm, her board nodding like puppets. She read her script, aggressive dog. Safety risk. Seizure recommended. Neighbors piled on, one whining, "My kids are scared." Then Lily stepped up, voice shaking but fierce. "He barked once to protect me. You scared me." The room stilled, her courage ablaze. I dropped my folder, Scout's papers, vet reports, therapist letters, the cam footage, and Redmark's contract. "This is fraud, Lorraine," I said. "You paid them to attack my dog." She smirked. "That's inadmissible." I leaned in, voice low. "We'll see in court." They came for Scout 36 hours later, not 48. A county van rolled up at dawn, 3 animal control officers with a tranquilizer kit and a cage. Lily's book hit the floor as she ran to Scout, sobbing, "You can't take him." Officer Hollis handed me a stamped order, Judge Ramford's signature, a rubber stamp for Lorraine's cronies. "This is illegal," I said, voice steady. Hollis shrugged. "Just doing my job." Scout stood between Lily and the van, calm, no bark, but they moved in. Her cry, small and broken, hit harder than any bullet I'd dodged. I clipped Scout's leash, whispered, "Stay strong, and let them take him." Lorraine appeared, clipboard gleaming. "The street's safer now," she said, smiling. I stepped close, voice cold. "You hurt my kid. You'll pay for that." The USB was dynamite, red mark invoices, $22,000 siphoned for patrols, and Lorraine's video planning to neutralize Scout to pressure us out. Ellen traced the van to an old feed mill, Red Mark's hideout. At dusk, we pried open a rusted door to find Scout caged, muzzled, tagged unstable, evaluate. He pressed against me when I freed him, steady as ever. Inside, we found papers, transfer pending, third-party buyer. Lorraine wasn't just seizing him, she was selling him off. I posted the video online. HOA attacks child's dog, caught on tape, with Red Mark's contracts and Lorraine's emails. It hit 800,000 views in a day. Neighbors turned, posting their own finds. A reporter's story, HOA's dog seizure scam exposed, went viral. In Judge Deborah Hayes' courtroom, Lorraine's team showed edited clips, Scout's bark framed as a snarl. My lawyer, Marcus, laid out Scout's records, therapist letters, and the full Kim footage, Red Mark storming in, Lily backing up, Scout barking once, the baton falling. The courtroom gasped. Lily took the stand, voice clear. "Scout protects me." They scared me, not him. She held up a drawing, Scout with wings, guarding her. Judge Hayes dismissed the motion, ordered Scout's release, and warned Lorraine's team against frivolous filings. Outside, Lily squinted into the sun, hope flickering. "Can we get him now?" I nodded, but a shelter call chilled me. Scout was removed, no record. Lorraine's final play wasn't legal, it was a razor. We hit the mill again, finding Scout in a crate, Red Mark's papers exposing a transfer to a buyer tied to Lorraine's developer pals. I carried him home, Lily's arms around him, her smile back. At the HA's next meeting, I walked in uninvited, Lily and Scout beside me, Ellen's GoPro rolling. Lorraine froze mid-speech as I dropped a folder, Red Mark's fraud, her emails, the developer's blueprints circling our house. "You attacked my kid's dog for profit," I said, voice steady. "You're done." The video played, Lorraine's voice. "Wait for the dog to bark." Neighbors gasped, board members balked. One shouted, "We didn't vote for this." Lily spoke, soft but fierce. "Scout's my hero." "You lied." Lorraine's smile cracked as Clara, a board member, stood. "You're out, Lorraine." A vote dissolved the HOA, Clara taking over, the crowd roaring. Lorraine's empire fell like a house of cards. She was arrested for fraud, Red Mark shuddered, her developer deal dead. A federal audit tore through her network. My post, "Seal Saves Dog, Crushes HOA," hit 3 million views, sparking state laws protecting service animals. Cedar Grove rebuilt, Clara's council slashed rules, neighbors grilled in yards, kids played free. Lily walked Scout daily, her drawings now bright, no cages. Ellen stayed, her bourbon coffee a ritual, joking, "I'm here till Lily throws a punch." Scout slept by Lily's bed, Rusty at mine, the house warm again. But a text came, no sender. Pine View's just the start. A new player or Lorraine's ghost. The fight for home never ends, but at Cedar Grove, we don't just live, we protect.